Good afternoon, students. Today we discuss about 12th commerce, new chapter, consumerism. In this chapter, we discuss about the meaning, definition of consumer, and how the consumers are exploited. So first, we discuss about the meaning and definition of consumer. A person who buy any goods or services for a consideration which has been paid or promised or partly paid and partly promised or under any system of deferred payment is a consumer. So consumer is a person to consume the product or services by way of a payment for that purpose, whether they will pay immediately or promise to pay, or partly paid and partly promised to pay. That type of individual is called, person is called consumer. So a person who obtain such goods for resale or for any commercial purposes will not be a consumer, because of he doing the business. He purchased a product for the purpose of selling, so he will not be a consumer. Consumer means the person who bought the goods for consuming purpose, for their own purpose to consume the product. So that person is called as a consumer. However, if such goods are bought by a person exclusively for the purpose of earning his livelihood by means of self-employment, then such a person will be considered as a consumer. So a consumer is said to be the king, and the businessmen are primarily supposed to serve and satisfy customers. So the consumer occupies the central position in the entire scheme of free economy. Consumers have not always received the attention they deserve. So in reality, consumers are cheated and exploited in many ways. Mostly the consumer ought to be the king for the commercial field. All the business peoples are the bishop. They should serve in the benefit of the consumer. But in reality, consumer are to be cheated and exploited in different ways. How the consumers are exploited, that is consumers exploitations, by way of selling at a higher price. The price charged by the seller for a product or service may not be commensurate with the quality, but at times it is more than the fair price. So the price charged by the producer or manufacturer which are to be produced the product is not to be commensurate with the quality of the product. Even though seller have surplus or adequate goods, they create artificial scarcity in the market with an intent to push up the prices. So as a result, consumers are forced to buy the short supply of goods at a higher price in the black market. Next, adulteration. It refers to mixing or substituting undesirable material in food. This causes heavy loss to the consumers, and this will lead to monetary loss and spoil the health. But adulterators make illegitimate profit, while prudent businessmen aim at a normal profit whenever unscrupulous traders seek to reap higher profit out of their greed. So they seek to adulterate the products. So in any product, there should be a mixing or substitution of the product in order to make higher profit. So adulteration is quite common in food articles. It is a crime which cannot be pardoned, as it spoils the health of the consumers. And then next, third point, duplicate or surplus spurious goods. Duplicate or spurious goods. So some of the product which are produced by the manufacturer are the duplicate one. So duplicate product of popular products are illegally produced and sold in the market. So duplicate are available in plenty in the market for every original and genuine parts or components like automobile spare parts, blades, pens, watches, radio, medicines, jewelries, etc. So duplicate medicines are sold in large measures from Cap to Kashmir. The consumer is not in a position to distinguish between the original and the duplicate. So moreover, all the product are arrived by way of duplicate product which are resemble like the original product. So consumers are illiterate one and they may not know how to distinguish between the original product and duplicate product. Then artificial scarcity. There are certain situations where the shopkeeper put up the board no stock in front of their shop, even though there is a plenty of stock in the store. So the business people, the seller will create artificial scarcity, even though there is a plenty of product in his godown, but he will place a board no stock in front of their shop because of to raise the price of the product. In such situations, consumers who are desperate to buy such goods have to pay hefty price to buy those goods and thus earning more profit. So in this way, the seller will make more profit. Substandard. On opening a packet or sealed container, one may find the content to be of poor quality. If defective or damaged items are found in a pack, the consumer finds it difficult to exchange. So the defective one for good one and consumers have to blame for lack of attention. One cannot return it, and the consumer have tendency to blame their carelessness or fate for having bought such substandard product. So the consumer sometimes when they receive the product and open the seal, then only they can find out the product which are ordered by him will be differ. It will not be related to the product which are already ordered. So due to his carelessness, and the business people will cheat the consumer. So whenever goods are bought, seller try to avoid raising bill, or consumers do not demand bill as a matter of right. So this prevents the consumers from escalating the complaints against the seller where the product happens to be substandard. Product risk. Whenever the usage of the goods is likely to cause danger or hurts to consumer, manufacturers have to forewarn the consumers of various sources of dangers involved in the product and the precautionary measures to be taken by the consumers. So each and every product will have certain procedure how to use, how to handle, how to maintain. So it is the duty of the manufacturer to give all the informations about the product and what are the precautions to be taken if anything happening by using the product. But in reality they will never do it. So the consumer will hurt and they will cause danger by using the product. So in absence of such informations or warnings, consumers are more likely to encounter risk while using the risky product. Warranty and services. In case of consumer durable goods like televisions, washing machines, refrigerators, etc., free service is guaranteed only for few years called warranty period. But in reality, free service are denied on flimsy grounds, even during the warranty period. So they will never use such types of warranty period. So they can cheat the consumers. So customer care service is likely to be rendered for shorter warranty period. And then unsuitability of products. The product quality, durability and suitability may come under the category of product fitness. So what is claimed by the product advertiser must correspond to the product sold, but in actual practice it is not so. Items unsuitable for human consumption are sold in the market. Some items marked as unbreakable but break while using it. Battery having a label leak proof is more likely to leak. So by this way the consumer ought to be cheated. So unsuitability of the product. So advertisement is apart from the product quality. False advertisement. The main purpose of advertisement is to educate the consuming public and customers of various aspects of the product and services. In reality, advertisement convey very little information about the product, and it will attract the customers to buy the product. Many times it makes false representations about the quality, price, grade, everything. So consumers who buy the product on the faith of claims made in the advertisement, they are to be cheated. So with this we conclude the video. Students, you can go through all the points which are taught in this video, write it in your assignment notebook and send task complete message in the group. Thank you.